Sorry for the cutout there. Phone died. But this is what I was talking about. I always want to try to set up your rocks before you put water in the tank, because it's always easier to work when there's no water in your way. But I always like to try and make sure there's not too many dead spots in the tank. And as you can see, you can pretty much get all the way around in the tank. I put kind of a little bit of a cave-like structure going on in there. Give the fish a hiding spot. There's a little hiding spot in that rock too. It's kind of cool. So yep, and then the last step is to add your water. Now, if you know, you're new to the hobby and you don't really have a means to make your own salt water, you can always do what I did in the beginning. Well, I still do it. You can go to your fish store and one that, you know, specializes in salt water, and they make the water there. So all you have to do is just buy a container, and one of those containers looks like one of these guys right here. And recommend to mark them if you can, because you might forget which one you put salt and which one you use a fresh. And you want to, salt is to go in there when doing water changes and you know, filling up a tank, and then the fresh is just for top off, because you don't lose salinity when after your salt water's been in the tank. So last step is just to pour the water in the tank, and then you have to let it cycle. One thing I forgot to mention with live rock, that also helps to allow the tank to cycle faster. But personally, I like, I don't mind using this rock because I already have a tank set up and going now. I have 2 tanks actually set up and going, so I don't have a problem with letting it cycle longer. The dry rock is cheaper than the live rock, but you know, takes longer for you to get the system going for your tank. So just depends on your preference. If you want to wait, or if you don't want to wait, you can do, you know, dry sand and dry rock. That'd be the cheapest option, but then you got a longer wait. And then you know, if you do live sand and live rock, that's going to boost up your time frame even faster. So yeah, last thing I want to mention is some people, they like to solidify their rocks, either glue them together with like a super glue or a putty. But me personally, I don't like to glue my rocks together in case I want to change them. You can still change them if you glue them, but you're gonna have more, you know, hard time fighting them. If you have a bigger tank, then you probably might want to glue your rocks together, because if you have large fish, they could probably knock them down. But as you can see, I'm like pressing on this guy and moving it around, and it's not really going anywhere. It's pretty sturdy, so it's not going to be moving or going anywhere. So yeah, I'm just going to do the last step, which is adding water. If you have a lot of open space, you'll want to put like a bowl right here. I can just do that as an example to show you. So that way when the water comes in your tank, it doesn't make it all super cloudy. It's going to be a little cloudy, but it'll clear up over time. And you can also pour it over the rocks too, and that'll help as a buffer so that you don't make too much of a mess. So we're just going to add the water, and that'll be the end of the video for today. And then I'll come up with something else later on to bring you guys next time.